Hello, dear friends. In today's issue, we'll talk about an interesting spider and first aid for its bites. It is one of the most venomous and deadly spiders on Earth. This is Karakurt. Its venom is 15 times more toxic than that of a rattlesnake. Before we start, subscribe to my YouTube channel and write your stories in the comments. Karakurt is a spider that is considered one of the most dangerous in the world. He is also called the Black Widow. Everyone has heard this name. Arthropods got this nickname due to the fact that females can eat males after mating, and also because it is the females that pose a danger to humans. What the Karakurt spider looks like. This arthropod belongs to the family of scouting spiders, the genus of black widows and the species of Karakurt. These spiders have been living on the planet for more than 300 million years, and during that time their appearance has hardly changed, although they used to have a rather long tail, which is now missing. The Karakurts have a pronounced sexual dimorphism, that is, the females differ markedly from the males. They are larger, reaching 2 centimeters in size, while males are smaller than 1 centimeter. Their body and limbs are black, and there are red spots on the abdomen, which may have a not too bright white border. The spots on the abdomen disappear when the spider reaches sexual maturity, when it turns completely black. The Karakurt has 4 pairs of paws, with the first and last pairs being long and the middle one short. There are hairs on the paws, thanks to which the Karakurt spider does not stick to the web and moves freely along it. The black widow doodles are prolific. Every 9-12 years, there is an outbreak of fertility and a real invasion of spiders. This happened in 2021. An increase in the population is often associated with an increase in the number of locusts. It is one of the main types of food for black widows. That is, as the amount of food increases, more spiders survive. The mating season of these arthropods falls in the summer. At this time, the venom of the spiders becomes especially toxic. After mating, the female usually eats the male and then lays the eggs. Even if she doesn't eat it, the male will still die, as he stops eating immediately after reaching maturity. The female lays eggs in cocoons, after which she dies. One female Karakurt lays from 5 to 12 cocoons with eggs, in each cocoon from a couple hundred to 2,000 eggs, sometimes even more. Spiders are born in cocoons and stay in them until spring, before warming. At first, they have enough nutrients that are in the cocoon, but then, when the food becomes insufficient, they kill and eat each other. By spring, the strongest ones survive in the cocoon, and they come out into the light. Karakurts are born almost transparent. After the first molt they darken noticeably and 3 rows of light spots appear on the abdomen. At the next molt, the body becomes darker and the spots turn red. In total, during the maturation period, the spider undergoes from 6 to 9 molts. Their number and frequency depend on the amount of food available. Females develop faster and more actively. After molting is complete and puberty is reached, males stop their previous feeding activities and go in search of females. Where Karakurt lives. Habitat: steppes, forest steppes, semi-deserts. The Karakurt spider lives in a warm climate. Venomous spiders settle in ravines, abandoned territories, arable land and pastures. They can also live in rodent burrows, first killing them with poison and populating their dwelling. Cracks in walls, crevices in the ground and other hidden places are suitable for them. As the climate warms, their habitat is expanding. Dangerous arthropods now live in places where they have never been heard of before, for example, in North America and Russia. Black widows also live off the shores of the Black, Azov, and Caspian Seas, in the lower Volga region, Kazakhstan, Central Asia, and Altai. They can migrate to explore new lands, but they do not live in places where it is cold and very humid. They also do not live in dense vegetation or in places where it is impossible to hide from the scorching sun. Karakurt poison arthropods feed on insects that become entangled in the web. It is woven by both females and males, but the females do it better and more strongly. The web is very sticky, and if an insect gets into it, it has no chance to get out. The Karakurt spider, having discovered the victim, injects venom into it, which softens all the insides. When this happens, the spider simply sucks out the contents. The spider feeds on flies, beetles, mosquitoes, locusts, horseflies, grasshoppers, caterpillars and other insects or arthropods, as well as snakes and lizards. If small animals get into the web, the spider will eat them too. The poison is produced by glands located in the cephalothorax. They are connected by ducts with sharp teeth on the upper jaws. The venom glands have a very active muscular membrane. The spider dramatically contracts these muscles, so that the venom instantly enters the victim's body. The poison of Karakurt is toxalbumin. It is neurotoxic and spreads rapidly through the lymphatic system. It is 15 times more toxic than rattlesnake venom. Karakurt poison is fatal to cows, horses, camels. This does not mean that the bite of a black widow is dangerous for absolutely everyone. For example, dogs tolerate it relatively easily. Venom is dangerous to humans, and spiders are toxic from the moment they are born. The natural enemies of karakurts are herd animals. They just trample spiders and cocoons with their eggs. They are also dangerous for wasps, whose venom is no less toxic. Hedgehogs are resistant to black widow venom, so they are eaten. Also, karakurts are not dangerous for pigs, goats and sheep. What is the danger of karakurt for humans? A person usually does not notice the bite of a karakurt, as it is very light. After it, there is no wound on the body, since the spider does not bite through the skin. But after the bite, the venom spreads quickly through the body, and the person feels a growing burning pain that spreads upward from the bite site. If you do not seek medical help in time, you become very agitated, and the person begins to delirium. Symptoms of a karakurt bite. After a black widow bite, there is a strong, pronounced shingling pain. It is most often felt in the abdomen and lower back. To this is added the tension of the abdominal muscles. The heart also starts to beat faster, shortness of breath and headache appear. Very often people feel nausea, vomiting and sweating. About 20-30 minutes after the bite, the condition changes to chills, chest and limb pain. The body is burning. This is accompanied by marked weakness. In some cases, severe salivation begins, and the person cannot swallow saliva. After 3 hours, seizures begin, followed by nausea and vomiting. After 8 hours, profuse sweating begins, the person swells, the eyelids swell, and the face becomes noticeably puffy. After 3 days, itching and rashes may appear all over the body. Then the symptoms gradually begin to recede. Recovery occurs in about 7-10 days. The temperature during spider bites remains normal or rises slightly, no more than 38 degrees. First aid and treatment for karakurt bites. Help should be provided immediately, as the poison spreads very quickly through the body. The bite site should be cauterized for 2 minutes. To do this, the head of the match is applied to the bite site without setting it on fire and only then ignited from another match. This is necessary to warm up the poison, which has got under the skin, but has not yet dispersed through the lymphatic system. The poison penetrates no deeper than half a millimeter and decomposes when heated. But this method is painful and dangerous. In addition, there is no serious scientific evidence or medical reason to believe that the poison actually breaks down when heated. It can also be destroyed by injecting an aqueous solution of 0.1% potassium permanganate in an amount of 3-5 milliliters under the skin at the bite site. You can also prepare lotion with this drug. Tourniquets should not be applied to the limbs, as necrosis may occur, and after removing the tourniquet, the decomposition products will further poison the body. Also, you should not cut the skin next to the wound, as a secondary infection may join through the cuts. Pain is relieved with compresses, applying cold objects or lotions. The treatment is carried out with the help of serum. A special serum is diluted in saline solution and injected into the victim. The problem is that the serum is produced by one manufacturer, it is expensive, and most hospitals simply cannot have it in their arsenal. But despite this, a person must be taken to the hospital after being bitten by a black widow in order to relieve the symptoms of intoxication. At home, drinking plenty is recommended. With chills and muscle tension, a person is warmed up. Painkillers are used. Effects. The bite of the karakurt spider is very toxic. In some cases, it can be fatal without medical attention. In most cases, a person simply experiences severe symptoms of intoxication, feels pronounced weakness for a week or two, cannot work properly or cannot function at all. Prevention. The karakurt spider is dangerous to humans and livestock. They do not live near people, prefer abandoned and secluded places. A person can meet a spider on a hike. To avoid being bitten, you need to follow the usual precautions. Do not walk barefoot on the ground and grass. Do not set up a tent where there may be spiders. Their presence is indicated by the minks of small rodents covered with cobwebs, or just cobwebs on the ground. Do not turn over the stones. If you took off your shoes, shake them out before putting them on. The same should be done with sleeping bags if they were left on the ground or in a tent. Despite the fact that spiders avoid living near humans, they can also appear in a country or household plot. If there is an abandoned land near the site, if there is a landfill nearby, piles of garbage, then it is likely that there are spiders there. If you leave your shoes in such an area for a while, a spider can get into it, which, of course, will bite if disturbed. If you know that there are black widows in your area, you need to be extremely careful. Do not go outside without shoes and clothes, do not stir up grass or hay with your bare hands. In short, Keep spiders away from exposed skin areas. Their mouthparts are so weak that they cannot bite through clothes. But when they get on the skin, they bite and inject venom right there. By themselves, parakeets do not attack humans, they do not attack inhumans and do not jump on them. But you shouldn't go where they are. How to get rid of doodles? Parakeets can live next to humans in stables, firewood sheds, and garages. They also often live in piles of garbage. To ensure that the site is not attractive to spiders, it is necessary to get rid of debris and clear debris in a timely manner. It is necessary to regularly inspect the site, yard and outbuildings. Remove the mown grass in a timely manner. If a spider web is found, it must be set on fire and the spiders destroyed, taking precautions. In general, this video ends here. You will find many interesting videos on our channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell so that you don't miss new releases. We will be grateful if you enjoy this video and share it with your family and friends. The Interesting Facts channel was with you, see you in the next videos.